Work on the 2026 Formula One car is accelerating across several factories, and Ferrari's headquarters is no exception. Engineers in Maranello are running the first Project 678 chassis through static tests ahead of the mandatory frontal crash program, while design teams refine packaging and suspension layouts. The focus is on reliability, integration, and meeting the new weight and hybrid demands that the revised regulations impose. The recent sequence of updates reflects a clear strategic choice. Ferrari is shifting away from this year's pull rod arrangement and returning to a push rod layout front and rear. That decision is presented internally as a conservative step to recover predictable handling and avoid repeating the compromises seen with the current SF25. The engineering task, however, goes well beyond a simple swap of suspension arms. Sources close to the program say the team is also exploring repositioning the steering arm behind the lower wishbone, a configuration that McLaren introduced and Mercedes later adopted on their recent concepts. Moving the steering arm rearwards complicates chassis integration and gearbox packaging, but it opens aerodynamic opportunities by freeing up flow around the front of the car. Ferrari engineers Diego Tondi and Frank Sanchez are reported to be modelling those benefits as they seek to recover lost performance in tight, hot circuits, where radiator and cooling packaging previously penalised the SF25. At the rear, the move back to pushrod follows earlier experiments that failed to deliver the desired balance. A lower mounting point for the upper front arm had been trialled mid-season but did not stabilise the handling as hoped. Reworking the suspension geometry has knock-on effects. The transmission housing must be revised because several suspension components will now sit on top of the gearbox rather than below it. That requires careful material choice and structural redesign to hit torsional stiffness targets while trimming mass toward the minimum weight limit. Ferrari's engineers are reportedly prioritizing measured gains rather than radical departures. The objective, as stated by technical leadership, is to exploit the fact that Project 678 will be built under one roof, improving the interface between packaging, aerodynamics, and cooling. The lessons from the SF25, where tightly packaged radiators helped at high-speed tracks but hurt in low-speed, hot venues, underpin the more conservative route now favoured. The 2026 challenge remains complex. Teams must reconcile an active aerodynamic regime, a heavily electrified hybrid system delivering roughly equal load to the internal combustion engine, new batteries, synthetic fuel, and a significantly altered minimum weight target. Ferrari's current aim is to produce a coherent package in year one, not necessarily the most extreme concept, but one without glaring weaknesses. That approach mirrors a broadly held view across the paddock that early reliability and balanced performance could be more valuable than pioneering an unproven architecture. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.